My name is Pamela Smart. I've been incarcerated since 1990.
Pamela Smart is one of the longest-serving female inmates in New York, nearly 34 years, for conspiring to have her 16-year-old lover and his friends kill her husband, Greg.
I found myself responsible for something I desperately didn't want to be responsible for. My husband's murder.
For the first time on camera, Smart accepting full responsibility for the 1990 shooting death in her latest plea for freedom.
I had to acknowledge for the first time in my own, mind and my own heart how responsible I was, because I had deflected blame all the time.
For 3 decades, she's denied her involvement in the crime, never saying that she orchestrated or even knew about Greg's murder. Her longtime lawyer today going a bit further.
During the course of the trial, the state actually presented evidence that we would probably embrace, wherein she was the ultimate cheerleader. Pam would not disagree. She was just feeding and feeding and feeding throughout the course of not just a day or two, but weeks. That led up to the death of her husband.
Paul Maggiotto prosecuted Smart's case.
She's just like the mafioso boss who isn't there necessarily when the hit occurs, but who's ordered to kill him.
We're speeding.
Smart's refusal to admit her role in the murder has been a stumbling block to potential clemency. I interviewed her for the first time face-to-face in 2019.
Did you mastermind the murder against your husband?
Absolutely not. No.
She honestly was involved right up to her neck in the murder of Greg. And she willingly and honestly has confronted that and has admitted that.
Before the trials of O.J. Simpson and the Menendez brothers, there was Pamela Smart. Her televised murder trial in the early 90s captivating the nation.
Groupies of the Pamela Smart trial camp out for hours.
If this story were a made-for-TV movie, and it surely will be, you might not believe it.
The then 22-year-old Pam instantly becoming a true crime celebrity.
It was this sort of novel concept of being able to watch a trial unfold on camera. Pam Smart was basically a household name when you were talking about high-profile villains.
Viewers were glued, helping usher in the era of court TV with a sensational tale of forbidden love and a brutal crime. Her teenage lover testifying against her at trial.
I never would have done it if Pam didn't tell me to. She was the first girl I ever loved. I pulled the trigger. God forgive me.
Made a lot of mistakes so far in this case.
I sure have. Yes, I have.
Was killing your husband one of those mistakes?
No, it wasn't.
The saga inspiring movies like To Die For.
Did you get the gun?
Yeah.
What?
With Nicole Kidman and Joaquin Phoenix. And the true crime TV movie Murder in New Hampshire, starring Helen Hunt as Smart.
The defendant initiated an affair with Billy Flynn.
You're telling us that just you and Pam are spending the night together.
She's crazy about me. I don't know. I think it's weird, man.
Smart, now 56, pleading for a hearing with New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, hoping to have her sentence of life without parole commuted.
I'm respectfully asking for the opportunity to come before you, the New Hampshire Executive Council, and have an honest conversation with you.
She's been in prison a long time. She's got nothing to lose here.
In 1990, the execution-style murder of 24-year-old Greg Smart shattered this close-knit town of Derry, New Hampshire. Pam, who worked as a media coordinator at a local high school, seemingly grieving for her newlywed husband, but authorities soon discovered her illicit relationship with 16-year-old Billy Flynn.
Pamela Smart had 2 big problems at trial. Number 1 is all the young people involved in this turned on her. And number 2 is there was an audio tape, a secret wire that one of them made of her, which in the end was devastating.
Cecilia Pierce, Pam's student intern at the school, recorded multiple conversations with Smart, which became a major part of the trial.
Now you know you're going to be on the witness stand. And we're just going to put you on there, and I'm going to say, did you know? And you're going to say no. Did Pam do this? No. If you tell the truth, you are probably going to be arrested.
All teenage accomplices took plea deals and testified against Smart at trial. Court TV capturing a pivotal moment.
She told me they should leave the back doors unlocked, not to hurt her dog. we could ransack the apartment, the condo, take what we wanted, and wait for Greg to come home. And when Greg came home, we would have killed him.
The two boys who committed the crime, Flynn and Pete Randall, served 25 years in prison for second-degree murder. Both were released in 2015. Only Smart remains behind bars. Greg Smart's uncle, Jim Smart, says that's exactly where she belongs.
She's still not answering the question that she had Greg Smart murdered. And until she does actually say that she planned it and made the kids do it, then I will never be okay with her getting out of jail.
I've been covering the Smart case for years.
We're getting a call from Pam Smart.
Most recently talking with Pamela last year by phone from Bedford Women's Prison.
What exactly do you think you're responsible for when it comes to Greg's death?
I'm responsible for not picking up on the warning signs that were there when Bill was becoming more obsessive and unhinged, for not doing something about it, for becoming involved with him in the first place. I was married. I should have been better. And because of my failures, Greg, an innocent person, is no longer here.
She's never looked the camera in the face and said, yes, I got my lover, Billy Flynn, to kill my husband. Until she admits responsibility, I would say no one is entitled to have their sentence considered.
Everybody loved Greg. He had the prettiest smile, and he was a jokester, and he loved life, and he didn't deserve to be murdered.
Pamela's attorneys point out she's earned multiple graduate degrees, is an ordained minister, and a model inmate.
She guides other inmates. She helps the correctional officers at the facility. She mediates disputes. She literally saved another inmate's life.
Smart has asked for a hearing to lessen her sentence 3 different times. Each time she's been denied. In 2019, I asked her about one of those failed appeals.
What does redemption mean to you?
It means that we don't define people by the very worst thing they've ever done in life. It means that people change, people grow, and they evolve over time.
Smart's attorney saying if she gets a hearing, she'll be forthcoming.
We invite all of Greg's family to be at that hearing. We invite them to submit questions to Pam, and Pam will answer each and every one of them.
Reacting to Smart's most recent appeal, Governor Sununu telling ABC News, New Hampshire's process for commutation or pardon requests is fair and thorough. Pamela Smart will be given the same opportunity to petition the council for a hearing as any other individual. But Greg's uncle says it'll take more than a hearing to change his mind.
I'll go to my deathbed believing that she shouldn't be out until she admits what she did.